Hi, Ninad here. So welcome back to another video of the series Beyond the Classroom. And in this video, I have Gaurav Tiwari, who has cracked 20 plus LPA at Cisco. So I had a couple of questions to ask him. So I thought let's call him, and yeah, let's interview him. So this video will be divided into three parts. Three parts because the first part is like how did he get into Cisco, and he also happens to be owning a chess club. So he teaches people. So how he has started the club and how does he manage. And the second part is the entire technical details of Cisco interview. And the third part is the Cisco campus tour. So he called me at his campus here in Bangalore. So I went there. I made a vlog. So I'll be putting that as well in the third part. So yeah, that's it.
So, hi everyone, I'm Ninad, and with me is Gaurav Bhaiya. So, he's my Silvassa senior and also my college senior, BMSc senior. So, he happens to be a very great person, which we'll find out why. So, Bhaiya, just introduce yourself. Where are you from and everything?
So hi Ninath, thank you for the introduction and hi people. So my name is Gaurav Tiwari and as he told I am his senior from his home place and also from his college, that is PMS College of Engineering. And right now I'm in my fourth year and further you'll know the journey about me and myself and my journey. I'll tell you further.
Yeah. So I have like a lot of questions for you today, Gaurav Bhaiya. So let's start with first question. So if we both are from Silvassa, we know that. So it's a really small place. Like I guess we have like our city ends in 5 kilometer radius, and now here we are shooting in Bangalore. I'm in third year. He's in fourth year. So how it's been like from coming from Silvassa to Bangalore? So talk about that, bro.
So Silvassa being a very small place, so there you won't find any exposure to tech and the exposure that you kind of get here in Bangalore. But as soon as I stepped in Bangalore, I was just perplexed with the amazing environment here. First of all, the weather, and then the culture here about the work, about the people, everything just amazed me right from the first of all. And as soon as I started my college, the very first semester, I was just amazed like how people are behaving here, how they study, how apart from the studies how people are pursuing other activities like in clubs, like in other activities, in coding competitions, hackathons, and I was just amazed right after like my first year. And but unfortunately I was not able to participate in all those because yeah, we have been
COVID batch.
we all have been having part of such a disaster events from the past 2 years, that is the COVID. But yeah, hopefully I got to use my COVID period of time in my first and second year hopefully very well. So we'll see further how it goes.
Yeah. So basically, I was like really interested. My personally, I was really, I wanted to know this. So basically, Gaurav Bhai happens to be very jugadu person. He started coding in third year, and he cracked Cisco, which is like one of the best companies which came to our college. And yeah, we all know Cisco. So and he fortunately got 20 plus CTC. So how did you crack? And yeah, I have so many questions. So let's start about that.
Yep. So as you told, I cracked Cisco, but it's not like that. I just started from the third year. I knew the basics of coding in C++ and in Python after my 11th and 12th. And apart from that, as soon as I told in the first year, I was amazed by the culture here. We had some coding subjects in the first year, but not as much of a coding that you would expect from a technical person, that is a IT person, because my branch was EEE, electrical and electronics. So we were not having such subjects of coding and everything that you would expect from a technical branch.
I get that. Yes. We both are from Tripoli.
So then, but still, I kept my journey. I kept learning a few things here and there. I even took some courses on technical supports to make me familiar with all the technologies that are being developed right now. But then in the second semester itself, COVID hit and I was not able to continue. And so I sort of got lazy in the COVID period. In the whole 3 semesters, I was very lazy. I was just focusing on sleeping much of the time, and here and there I was doing. Frankly speaking, I was just sleeping the whole COVID period. And I know much of other people were also doing the same. Apart from some, we know the people that keep working even the COVID period. They don't like it. The COVID doesn't affect them. They were the same before the COVID, they were same during the COVID, and they were the same after the COVID as well. But I was very lazy, frankly speaking, in the whole COVID period, and that took a toll on me. But right when the COVID, the restrictions were lifted off, and I came back to college, I again started doing my coding journey. And yeah, during that period, some companies started coming off for internships, but I was not able to crack any of those. So I was really dejected, like what would happen to me, like all of my years would have been wasted. I already took a drop to get in the college. I took a drop after 12th, so I thought like all of the negative thoughts start coming into my mind, so that what would happen to me, how I would succeed in my life.
In third year?
Yes, in third year. It was the second year was about to end and third year was about to start. Then the whole third year, again, the reality hit me, and one of the semesters went off. I was just not able to prepare well the other things, and I was not able to crack any internships. But during the later part of the third year, that is the sixth semester, I knew that in few months some companies will start to come off for the full-time offers. So I had to prepare very well. So then I started my preparing the coding preparation journey, and I started from various YouTube channels. Like you most might have heard those channels, Striver, then Raj Vikramaditya, he is very well known as Striver, and then from Lovable. So I took their help and I decided my roadmap, like how I want to study and which technologies I have to learn first of all to get into the placements. So I studied C++, that I knew basics of, but I started doing the DSA part in the third year, and then I also started doing some web development part. So I learned the basics of web development, because I know just learning C++ is not enough, because when you start working in a like corporate life, so just learning one language or one technology is not enough. You have to get your hands dirty with different technologies and different work cultures. So I also started learning web development, and then as I told, I was continuing one of the courses during COVID on Google IT support. So that I pursued, and I completed that specialization of 5 courses. So Google, I was also skilled in like even I had one opportunity to work with organization for the IT support role. But honestly speaking, that was not my core strength or not my core interest to do an IT support role. I was getting a good offer from them, but I was not interested, so I rejected that. And then I also started doing a small internship with one of my friends under my college professor. So it was based on Dassault system. So even Ninad and his team is working under the same.
We are continuing the project.
So we worked under the same project but under different teams. So I had that small internship, only that experience I had. But then I started preparing well, and fortunately within 2 or maybe in like 4 months I was able to crack Cisco, and that was among the first few companies that visited our college, and I was able to crack that very well.
Yeah, so wonderful, man. Coming from Silvassa and being in third year, learning so many things. You did a Google course, and then so people, I want to tell you something. He has a very good logical mind. So he happens to be like in top 3 best rated players in Silvassa, which is a UT I come from. So he's a very great chess player. How many people have you been taught, and how is your chess thing going on? Can you tell about that?
So the chess journey, and this keeps me excited every well. Whenever a person asks me about chess, I keep getting excited. I don't know why, but that has been my core skill, you can say. I have been learning chess. I've been teaching chess right from I've been learning chess right from when I was I remember 3 or 4 years old maybe. I started playing chess from that age of time, and then when I was around 18, not 18. I was when I was around 16 years old. I started coaching for a few kids.
From 10th grade?
Yeah, from 10th grade.
Wow.
So I taught 2 or 3 kids in a batch session at that point of time, because they were just my neighbors, but they wanted to learn chess. And as chess players were my passion from my childhood. So I taught them the basics of things, and then I realized, I could make a living out of this and handle myself and my expenses. I don't have to rely on anyone else to get my expenses. And then my journey of chess coaching started from there, and I worked for a lot of organizations, for Chessify Club, for Hopspace, and all other few clubs as well. And then it's been around 6 to 8 months. I have launched my own club named Coaches. So if anyone of you are interested for chess coaching, that's a free promotion here on Ninad's channel.
I put the link in description.
So you can contact me for the chess classes, and
So about the chess, and as you told, you have chess classes you have started, and people have been joining. I have a question. So you are doing internship right now, right, before placement. So how do you manage your internship we are from Triple E, so even the Triple E, we have machines class and all those boring subjects.
The pain of the core subjects, right?
Yeah, pain of the core subjects. So all that internship, chess thing, how do you manage your time?
So basically you have to be very, very good with your time management skills to be stand out from the rest of the crowd, and you have to really focus on which part do you want to focus very well. Let's say you want to focus on your chess, so you have to first decide where do you want to excel first. Let's say I was very much confident on chess and my coding skills, so I thought, yeah, I could focus on these two first primarily, and then I could step out my core branch to a later part. I could assign it. You have to assign the priority basically. So first priority was obviously my learning journey from the coding and skills, everything, and then I set a second, because I was making a living out of chess, so I had to make it a priority, because if I stop doing that, again I have to be dependent on anyone else for the money. So I make a priority for myself, and then during the exams I had to again like alter my priorities, because even see, you have to learn, you have to earn a living, but again from that part your exams are also important, because if you get a back or something like that in your subjects, it's very very difficult to cope up from that, because again in the next semester you have to take care of very different subjects and schedules. So try not to get a back in your college life, and even if you get a back, try to clear it as soon as possible. And to manage the time, you have to get your priorities straight. So to manage my time, what I did was I did not clash my all the events at once. Let's say I had my college hours from 9 to 3. So what I did was I took chess classes in the morning time, from morning 6 to 9 during that time, so that I don't miss my classes as well, and I don't miss my chess classes.
Management.
Yeah. And the learning part I used to do from the evening 5 to 9. And maybe after 9 also, because as we all know, engineering students don't sleep very early. Yeah, the 9 p.m. is like just 5 p.m. for us, and 12 p.m. is just like 9 p.m. for us. So our schedule goes very awkwardly. So yeah, even in the night time, the times that people usually waste off, you can utilize them to focus on yourself and making skills basically. And one thing I would like to mention here is, even you can notice now, I was very bad at speaking, like say communicating with other people and making new connections. But when I started my chess journey, doing some courses on chess, and that thing really helped me to make connections with other people, and also to how to better communicate, because when you are teaching something, you have to explain it to someone else, and if you are able to explain something to anyone else, that means you are able to express your feelings, and that is a very very key skill to whether to crack an interview, whether to crack a job, or whether that's a very life skill, very important life skill in general. So that has to be very very important skill that you have to acquire before you acquire any other skill. That is the primary skill that you need.